Hey everyone, my name is Nathan Payne. Welcome back to another episode of Blu Ocean Crypto. So since the update 2.2.0 at Heroes of Mavia, they've actually released a fair few balancing hotfixes, you could say. And I'm really excited to see this because there's been a lot of great feedback from the community on all kinds of different things. And it's actually showing that Mavia is really paying attention to the feedback of players. And they've managed to cater not only to the casual players, but also the competitive. So I want to go through these changes, kind of discuss some of my thoughts, just make sure you guys are all up to speed with all of it. So let's jump right in.
I want to play.
Okay, so we know the flying whale now has his health increased further at level 4, so only with HQ7. He's definitely more of a tank now. I've been using him in a lot of my 3-star attack strategies. I've been enjoying it quite a bit, but it's nice to see that he got another little buff. And then brutes also got increased to 4 and 5, so HQ 6 and 7. And this is a big noticeable change. Before, I felt like they were paper thin. And then once they did this, all of a sudden I wanted to have them in my army again. Also, HQ7 maximum capacity for the rally point has been restored to 55 from 50, so we get our 220 troops again. This feels great. I really liked that army comp. I guess I kind of just got used to that capacity, but it's nice to see it back. And then rocket tower, they decreased the damage, which is good because they actually buffed it originally. So I know a lot of people, even I agreed, that the rocket tower felt a little overpowered even before. So it's nice to see that they did this. And then walls, they decreased the health from level 5, 6, and 7. We might see this come back later with boom card pathing changing, but it's nice that they did this in the time. Then there was another one where they said, okay, we're going to also balance HQ 5 and 6 for rally points. So they added more troops back. And then they made Markswoman do a little bit more damage. And I really like where they're at right now because I do agree they felt weak. I didn't really want to use them in my army after the change. And now just that little boost in DPS does make a big difference. And then something I was surprised to see was the boom cart hosting size go from 3 to 2. And I'm actually bringing about 6 with me in most armies, 3 to 6, because they're doing a better job than they used to at getting through walls. But the trick is you want to wait right now until a wall is less than 50% health. And it seems to have a easier time getting to that wall, which is exactly the wall you want to destroy anyways. So another thing, they said, okay, health increased on Mira, so up 10%, and she will soon receive her hero abilities, 1 active, 2 passives. So they'll only increase her survivability for now. So I'm really curious about this. Obviously, Mira's going to get a big buff when she gets these, so that's pretty cool. They increased the brute's health again. I did agree, they did feel better with the last little buff, but not quite that great. So now they're stronger at HQ 5, 6, and 7. Boom cart, their health increased, so they survive a little bit better, which is actually kind of nice. The laboratory, a lot of people were saying it was way too expensive now with the changes. It's cool to see that they listened to that. They reduced it from 1 million to 750K at HQ6, and then from 2.5 million to 2.24. And it says upgrading troops is very important to be competitive, so they made it more accessible. And then gold collector and oil rig, they increased the capacity by 30%. Missions, the loot increased. They actually bumped it up 30% because they said too high was previously, too low recently. This kind of balances out. And then there was also a shield thing that they fixed. Now, one more thing that they did, and this is just awesome to see, guys. They're really paying attention to the feedback, and I like how we can see that they're making quick changes like this. Gold collectors and oil rigs, they actually 2x'd their capacity. And this was to address some people who were having difficulty getting enough loot to progress. People were playing kind of enough, you log in, most of your loot was gone from the attacks. By the time you get more, it was just difficult. So this is going to allow AFK players to come back to a much higher storage. If they don't, other players are now going to be able to find better loot because it's in the collectors. So this is good to know too. Target those collectors when you're farming loot. They increased the shield duration at all leagues. This one was interesting. I didn't expect this. Allowing players to get attacked less often while collecting more during that time. I'm not too sure how I feel about this. I want to see it play out. Right now, I actually like all the attacks on me because my base is performing well. But I do understand where they're coming from. It does feel pretty aggressive at the higher leagues. And then they changed preparation time from 17 to 20 seconds. That's cool. And then battle duration 18 to 200. However, it says coming next, not removing the shield when searching for a battle. When attacking, not removing completely the shield, but a percentage of it. This is also going to be interesting.
I want to play.
One other thing I wanted to throw your guys' way, which I seen brought up in the Mavia chat that you might not be aware of, is they did release a spoiler saying that the helicopter is going to be in the next update. We're going to be getting a new troop. But let me know down below in the comments, what do you think about these hotfixes? Are you really excited to see how quickly Mavia is working on these things and listening to feedback like I am? Curious to hear your guys' thoughts. See you all in the next video. Cheers.